Now, what I'm going to do, make myself a foxhole, okay? Only using this, not this. Now this right here is clearly a measuring stick because, obviously, a foxhole has to be so deep, and as well as it has to have a certain width as well. Certain height, certain depth. This is strictly for nothing more, nothing less, but an actual measuring stick. So let's get to it. This is gonna suck, and I have to use this once and only. essence, that's literally how you put together, well, how you dig out a World War II style foxhole with an entrenching tool. Yes, I had some help with my hammer, and the deeper I got, the more hardened the soil really got. So in reality, I think this was a good time to actually just stop, because this is as far as I'll go. And it may not be more than 5 feet deep, but I'll definitely continue on this project for a lot of good reasons. Because number one, this is not the end of this project. Heck no. I'll definitely be doing a lot of tactics and maneuvering out here as much as possible. I mean, basically exploit the heck out of this, out of my own personal foxhole for a lot of good couple of reasons. And it's basically just a good sign for you to look at it and just admire what I'm going to do next later on in the future. Right about now, I'm very tired, and the day is pretty much drawing near to its final end. As you can see, the sunlight's right over there. A red sun, and the sunset is pretty much upon us. And it's hella windy, so another reason why I stopped the project altogether is because kudos to many individuals out there who brought goggles out into the North African campaign, because without goggles, your eyes would literally be stinging straight to hell right about now. And that's a natural fact. I mean, if nothing's guarding your eyes, the sandstorms will definitely pick you off one by one, and just basically having a bandage over your head, for pretty much like a headband over your head throughout the entirety of a crazy ass sandstorm altogether. And you definitely got to imagine as well what it was like for troops during that time as well. Most of the time, people actually believe that just because you have a foxhole and everyone is basically okay, but in reality, when you actually dig out a foxhole, it's just going to get more dangerous the way you go. This is basically just a starting position for another assault. Basically, they got armored vehicles on for the opposition, basically in front of me, and all supporting elements right behind me. And this is basically the Kasserine Pass altogether. The Battle of the Kasserine Pass. A lot of guys didn't even dig foxholes. They pretty much dug small, human-sized, 6 feet tall, well, 6 feet in length, dugouts, basically used to actually try and defend them over at Kasserine Pass. Didn't work out as well, unfortunately. A lot of guys pretty much died because of that. Not because of stupidity, it's because of the fact that they had no idea what the heck they were going up against. And you gotta remember, guys, this was 1942. I mean, the American Army pretty much had no idea what the heck was actually going on. And up to 1943, they had no idea what the heck tanks were. They had no idea that half-tracks were as good as, well, the German half-tracks were as good as Americans. Maneuver warfare was a curveball to many guys on the ground. And foxholes were pretty much just an experimental thing again. Did not know how great they were actually going to become later on in the European theater with the Battle of Normandy, and then later on the Battle of the Bulge as well. So it's interesting just to learn more about infantry tactics altogether, letting everyone know out there that infantry is not just a bunch of guys just storming beaches or seizing an entire town. No, it's basically just holding your position however you can with what you got. I mean, bigger foxholes were basically dug bigger than this because of mortars, and most importantly of all, some guys actually dug around, well, not dug around, basically dug a Sherman tank into a foxhole, basically a Sherman-sized foxhole for a Sherman tank for a lot of good reasons. Again, defensive positions altogether. Basically use what you got. Always, and hold your ground with, even if you have to dig deeper. And a style that's pretty much in use today as well. Many of you guys out there actually know what a foxhole is, and I can tell you right now, digging in one of these damn things is no bueno. But in reality, I had no machine guns firing at me. I had no artillery barrages coming down on top of me. I had not the threat of tanks coming right at me. Basically, for me, it was just time, and as well as a very, I can actually say a very trying sun, basically right over me and all the way to sunset. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. And this project itself just gives me more admiration of what guys actually have to do on the ground tactics like this. And it's not fun. It's not fun until World War is actually more fun when you're winning, as many generals actually put it. And unfortunately, the guy who has to sit in this thing for at least about a good 3 weeks until the advancement plans are actually put into practice. Just again, more appreciation of what those guys in World War II actually went through. It was crazy. building one of these things and actually staying in one of these things. And what's even more damning as well is the fact that once you dug a foxhole, next, probably your CEO basically said, all right, pack it up, let's go. And you're just looking at your lieutenant and basically saying, what the hell are you talking about? The lieutenant said, we're falling back. All that work gone. So thankfully I'm not the situation I'm in. The shitty situation that I'm in. I actually read that story somewhere in a World War II memoir. Okay, that sucked, all right? That absolutely did suck. Well, guys, that's pretty much what I got for you. More appreciation when it comes out of the military during World War II, especially on digging one of these foxholes over a course of an entire day. And the soil wasn't as great. It definitely got harder when I kept on digging myself deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm definitely going to be putting more projects together, talking about the foxhole in general as well. So with that being said, guys, be sure to keep those fingers on the triggers, stand by to get some, and most importantly of all, this is Skinwalker, signing off. I ain't going anywhere. I'm staying down here. I'm staying down here.